15. 15 in since this 4 years. 15 and 4 years. So my first placement was, I remember the day I was at work and I got the call, and the child was from Calaveras County, and I was going that afternoon after work to go pick him up. He was a 16-year-old male, and 15-year-old. So we were going to, I was going to Calaveras County to pick him up. We got him. That was a Thursday evening. I'll never forget it. I go in and we sit down. The county worker introduces us. We seem to have hit it off. We put him in the, we got all his stuff in the car. We got home. He's, first kid. So I'm like, which bedroom do you want? You can have this bedroom over here, and they're twin beds. So that means you're going to have a roommate eventually, or you can take this room over here and it's going to be a single room. And so he chose, he wanted a room with the twin beds, and we did good. It was the end of the school year, very end of the school year. I think there were 4 days left of the school year, and I'm trying to get him enrolled in school. And they're like, what are you doing? And I was like, I need him enrolled in school because da 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 da. And anyway, so they accommodated us. We got him enrolled in school. We got him in an after school program. We did great for about 10 days after he was placed with us. It was his birthday, and he did fine until the birthday. And after the birthday, everything blew up. And we tried for about 3 more weeks to hold him. We got we had another placement at the time, and I thought that was going to help, but it just wasn't. And it ended up, he burnt a big hole in the carpet, in the floor, in the bedroom. And we were just like, this is not going to work. He's not, he was just too parentified. I'm going to make my rules. I'm going to do what I want. This was after bedtime, the whole bit. And we gave notice. And I think that's, up until recently was the only time I've have given notice. And it was hard, but we, even in this case, they were planning to send him to a group home because he was a hard placement. And I fought and fought and fought, and got him sent to a distant relative. So he was placed with a distant relative. And I felt good about that because I knew he was not going to make it. Group home, he was just going to get, things weren't going to get better if he went to a group home. And I knew if he were in another placement, the same things are going to happen because it's just not where he wanted to be. And he was just too savvy to just play along with the system as the system wants him to. So we were successful in getting him placed with his aunt and uncle. Actually, I think it was his dad's aunt and uncle. And they were such good people. He had siblings that weren't his dad's, but they ended up taking the siblings as well. And I had contact with him, not with him, but with a worker of his about a year and a half later, and things were going well. Things were going really great. He was, so that was really good. It was what I consider my worst placement, but one of the placements that had one of the best endings. So my most cherished moment of being a foster parent was, it's about a year, not even in my first 6 months, I became a foster parent to a teen I was his 24th placement. And when I found out that, I was like, okay, this is your last placement. This is it. We're going to make this work. And when I found out all the stuff he had been through, and the fact that he wasn't expected to graduate, we just set out with a game plan of how we were going to make this work. And we originally had planned that this was home, 18 is 18 and 19 and so forth. You're going to, you're just going to be a part. He didn't want to be adopted, but he did like the idea of being a part of a home. So anyway, so the idea of him having a forever home, that was, we were all really excited about it. But the most cherished thing was the fact that he didn't believe he could graduate. And, he had been through all of these things, but to see him walk across the stage and to really make my dream, because it wasn't his dream, because he didn't think it was going to happen. But he was so excited when he did get that opportunity to walk across the stage. We didn't do a big party because he didn't want it. But that night, his county worker came, and the agency social worker was there, and my family was there, and we just made it into this big deal. And then a couple of days later, we took him out to dinner at a restaurant of our choice, because he hadn't experienced a lot of stuff. But just the fact that he made a major accomplishment for so many children, and so many foster kids don't have that opportunity to to graduate from high school, and then also enrolling in college. So we still keep in contact. He did decide after about 6 months after he became 18 that he wanted to be on his own. So we did that. But, still being able to support him, although he's not under our roof, that's one of my most cherished moments, of seeing him graduate and then move on to college. I would definitely say try it. I would say no. Try to figure out what you can handle. Don't take on more than what you can handle. I knew I wanted to do a sibling set. It didn't start out that way, but where I had the most success was when I did have the sibling set. I think knowing what you can handle, because I knew that I'm, a busy person, so I didn't want to have to entertain a child with, one placement. So I just thought, let's get some siblings in here so they can entertain themselves. What would be another advice? Yeah, I think that's the biggest point I could stress, is just know what you can handle. Don't, because we all want to help, but don't dive in more than what you can handle. And don't think babies are the easiest. Yeah. Honestly, I still tell people my teen boys were actually the easiest. I didn't worry about them. They had keys to the house. They were able to stay home. Never once did I have to worry where they were at night. They knew what time to come in. They helped with dinner. They were just, teen boys, teens. Give them a try. Yeah.